Hello people, welcome to my walkthrough of Forza Motorsport 2015. This is Forza Motorsport 1 for the Microsoft Xbox. Obviously it's the original Xbox and there are no online services available. Of course you can contact Microsoft and get them to tell you why it's no longer online. But in this case, let's get straight into it. Try to put my cell phone in the middle of the screen so you guys can see it. We're going to start off with my first profile, which is Team Forza, which is a cheat. You get 999 credits, and obviously you can select your region. And I'm not from Europe, but unfortunately I like European cars more than American cars, so let's go straight into here and start off part 1. In the train driver task, in the set difficulties section, you can change the difficulties and stuff like that. Currently I'm plus 5%. And at this point, plus 15% at this point. So next we can go to the garage and change into a vehicle that's appropriate for where this part is going to be. I'll go my cars, select the car that's slower than the rest. The first car I ever drove here was the 2002 Saab 9.3 Vegan, which was my first car. Down here at Train Driver Time, you can train as many driver cars as you want. My best driver right now is Jeff Gordon. So let's go and race. Our first part takes us to point. Let's start off with front loader front wheel drive. Obviously the track temperature is kind of cold at this point. But the Saab 9.3 is one fast car, so you gotta look out for it. I'm starting off in second place because my car is a 1.8 litre 4-cylinder turbocharged engine with a lot of torque. The Acura 3.2 litre CL is quite a fast V6 powered vehicle, so we've got to literally look out for this driver. Let me just do that again. I forgot that I'm not using the automatic transmission, and this is not PS4's Driver Club. Let's start that again. You really don't want to fuck the engine up in these cars. You gotta watch how you drive vehicles around this track. And because this car does not have that many tuning parts in it at all, and quite frankly this car is unmodified, the only thing I did put on it is some brand new rims, as you can see there. And obviously, yes, you really got to look out for the walls, otherwise you're going to damage your car's bodywork and stuff like that. You're also going to damage the engine and the drive shaft. This transmission in this car is a 5-speed, so just look out. This vehicle is kind of twitchy on the accelerator as well. The reason why I like the Saab 9.3 is because it's the fastest D-class vehicle in the game, so which is pretty good. I've clocked around about 255 kilometers per hour in this thing, or in this case 150 miles per hour. Because this is like the average family car, it does around about 155 miles per hour, which Mythbusters proved. In a BMW 135 or BMW M1 in 1998. In one of their 98 episodes of Mythbusters replayed on TV. Now here's where the car's torque kicks in. Because this car does not have a high horsepower engine heading to like 300 horsepower. Here's where the torque kicks in, where you got speed. I'm already doing 100 miles per hour. And just in case, slow the vehicle down. Otherwise you're going to end up going into a tail spin. Like I just did then, but in this case I wanted to make the car go into the wall. And when it comes to long bends like this one, feel free to stick the accelerator fully down. Yes, obviously the brakes are not very good. In this case, I could not take that corner properly. And there's our first ever race in this park. I can understand how many people can see that I've already completed like half the game, but believe it or not, I'd rather, go back to the events that I've completed and get some driving practice. Let's go on to race number 2, which goes in the opposite direction. And we will simulate in second place again, because of this car's torque instead of horsepower. Don't worry about the cars that try to collide with you as soon as you go around that corner. Just don't worry about it. Just continue to race like normal. It doesn't really matter what position you come in, you're still going to score yourself a little bit of money at least. It goes with the it goes with difficulty you put it on. That car is nuts. Oh my god, it's so fucking accurate. This would hurt the car's engine. theoretically. Obviously we've blown a tyre and we've also messed up the steering of this car. But the front wheel drive capabilities of this thing makes it very easy to cut a corner. You would have hit level 3 by then, if you got that much money. If you're wondering why this is grey, this is because you've got the wrong vehicle. So let's change into a vehicle that's all-wheel drive. I probably recommend driving a fast all-wheel drive vehicle here, but you got to think what all-wheel drive that you would buy, you would drive here. I'm going to drive the C1 class Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution, which originally it was B4. Got into Fushimi Kaido downhill. When it comes to braking downhill, you really got to put the brakes on hard, because the car does not want to slow down. And when it comes to accelerating in a Mitsubishi Lancer, you got to let the turbocharger kick in, because these guys don't really kick in until you put the throttle fully down. That was my mistake. Obviously I've fully upgraded the brakes, I've fully upgraded the transmission, the clutch, and the differential. center cast suspension, which allows me to corner at a very good speed. Here's where the car's speed kicks in. 100 miles per hour. 110. 115. 120 miles an hour. It's just some paint damage that's done there. But you get a huge amount of cash, and it would bump you up to level 4. The longest one we have to do is a Fujimi Kaido downhill, track number 2, or track 8. And this downhill course is extremely long. Let's start this again. Here's something you have to watch out for. Lancer engines and these little Lancers. They aren't very good once they stop. Soon I'll be giving you guys a good build on a race car version of one of these. Just in case if you guys haven't already noticed that the Xbox is not slowing down. Here's why. It's actually powered by a computer chip. A chip that you can find in computers. It's powered by an Intel I-Core dual core processor, which makes it an extremely good console. But it was not as good as the PlayStation 2. Because for 10 years, Sony lovers like me we're using PS2s for 10 years. Except, I've got one of the original PS2s. Because my last two PS2s, they're in storage and they are no good. Even if you look after them, they'll put a ring scratch on your discs. Oh, the console I was talking about is the PS2 Slim. And by the way, when you're playing this game, you don't want to override the car's engine, otherwise you're going to have problems. And of course, yes, we did prank something. As you can see my difficulty, I get a difficulty bonus of plus 20%. By this time, if you had the difficulty settings at where I am right now, you would have scored right up to level 5. And that's when you're going to start grinding to get up to level 10. But if you do events that are more expensive, then you'll be fine. Let's go to next. Oh, here we go. Something that I like. Front mounted rear wheel drive. What do I want to drive? Do I want to drive something that can do 185 miles per hour? Or do I want to drive something that can only do 114 miles per hour? That's the highest I'm talking about. So I want to drive something that's famous for its drifting. No, let's pick something else. No, not this one. Not this one. Not this one. No. Ooh! Hello. Does anybody like US muscle these days? Or does anybody like US muscle / with speed these days? Because that's what this thing is. It's quick. 200 miles per hour. Not bad for a freaking Corvette. Oh, here we go. It's a hill climb event. Shall we? Oh, if you notice that there are time scores, don't worry about them. Because what this walkthrough is about is helping you guys help yourselves. Obviously I qualify in first place because this car is the fastest car, and you will get this car later on. I'm already doing nearly freaking 300 in this. I usually take my foot off the accelerator completely to take corners because I do crash a lot in this game. But if you crash a lot, it doesn't matter, practice makes perfect. And hence what I just done just then, I just snapped the drive shaft in half. By the way, you do not want to send your vehicles off-road, which damages the suspension a lot. This car is not very good at cornering. That's why I usually slow down a lot. This is why I like US cars, because they can do this. score it. Here we go. Number 2. Now for number 2, I wouldn't recommend driving a super quick vehicle there. I'd recommend driving a stock vehicle. Let's go my cars. Let's see what FR car we can use. No? One of the guys looking a little slower. No, it's not even FR. Where is that? That's FR. Here we go. The Dodge Viper? I mean the Dodge Charger SRT8? Or the Dodge 40, the 1970 Dodge Challenger is a brilliant front-mounted rear-wheel drive vehicle because its engine is just awesome. It can take brunt of a hill climb. Obviously, you'd sit in first place in this. Such a beautiful car to handle too. Now that's how you take the corner in a muscle car. And that's how you do not take a corner in a muscle car. changed gear to... I only changed my gear to gear 2 in this thing. Like upshift to gear 2 in this thing twice. Because this thing is that easy to handle if you know, work with it, not against it. Damage penalty? This is due to the damage to the engine and the suspension. Pretty good. By this time you would have reached level 6 if you're already playing this game. Fuck off! Fuck off! Yeah, just to point out to people that like to modify Forza Motorsport, you're actually going to get banned. Because I'll report each and every one of you if you do, you know, start, you know, modifying or, you know, doing anything basically to your profiles. Now we want to drive a mid-range and a midship rear-wheel drive vehicle here. Would not recommend driving the 1995 Toyota VIS Racing MR2. Would not recommend driving the Renault Clio. Would not recommend driving a fully tuned Vauxhall VX220. Because this thing is just crazy. Would not recommend driving a fully tuned Porsche 550 Spider. And for those of you who like to drive race cars, why not? And for those of you who like really, really expensive exotic vehicles, I'd recommend this. Big, heavy, and very good at cornering. But for this one, I'm just going to drive the Ferrari 360 Modena. It's an awesome car to corner with, and it's an awesome car to handle. Okay, let's fly. Here we go. Pretty good, huh? It's around about 300 kilometers per hour, this little thing. This is the notorious Nürburgring, a place that's famous for wet weather, snowy weather, spin-outs, and crashes. This is due to how dangerous this course is. And only the true powerful racer can survive here. Pretty good race that was. Okay, let's do this one in the same vehicle. I done told you, boy, don't know me, you gon' meet one of my soldiers, boy. Cousin twin, shot up his mama crib, now he in jail. Trippin' on flicks of blue trail, pussy and black tail. Pop mama move, but she don't talk to him no more. The shell from twins fall, through the hinge off a dog. Put out that check every month, she gon' pay for the crib. Man, throw the service when it come and take my In this case, this course, with me, in this course, it's just wide enough. Except when that happens. Let's do that again. I guess I was driving a little too fast. Pretty good cornering, don't you think? This car is an excellent initiation car if you want to put your friends to the test. Where can you buy Forza Motorsport? On eBay. Where can you get an Xbox console? On eBay, Gumtree, Amazon. Let me just put the car back on the road. That was my fault. Didn't put the brakes on for long enough. You can also get an Xbox from Cash Converters. They're valued at $50, or for the 30% off deal, $48. 30% off? No idea. I don't know what their prices are, because I bought mine for $48 with 2 games. And because this car's cornering is so freaking excellent, you can just put the throttle down and fly around that corner at 144 miles per hour. It's that easy. Not bad, 290 kilometers per hour. Well, that's the end for part 1. I hope you guys enjoyed my walkthrough for this kind of theme. It's kind of new for everyone that does not know how to play this game. But for those of you who do know how to play this game. Basically, the part 1 was to get you guys introduced to the numerous amount of drivetrains there is, which midship was rear, front, or mid-engine all-wheel drive, front engine front-wheel drive, or front engine rear-wheel drive, or mid or rear engine rear-wheel drive vehicles. Please do like and subscribe if you guys want more videos. I'll be uploading a few videos a few days a week, because I'm always available. I'm going to say smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and please do comment if you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much. I'll catch you guys next time. Goodbye!